It's your girl Creole.
Let's go.
It's your girl Creole.
It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy Retro. Let's go.
It's Creole.
Let's go.
It's Creole.
Let's go.
Your girl Creole.
Let's go.
Your girl Creole.
Oh yeah.
It's your girl Creole.
Let's go.
It's your girl Creole.
It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.
All right, guys, welcome into another episode of All But Yeah. I am your host, Creole.
No.
And
Anyway. What's up, y'all? This is your boy Retro.
this is your girl, Creole.
And this is another episode of All But Yeah.
Oh, you want to make it smooth today.
You always want to be loud.
Well, you get mad when I don't be excited. You be like, oh, you ain't excited today because any other day you're extra.
Anyway, you guys, what's good with y'all? We're back in the building. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of All But Yeah. We're just gonna dive in, and this episode is pretty gonna be talking about music.
And we're gonna get y'all some good audio today. We got our good mics back.
Yeah. We're trying to.
We got our good studio mics again.
Yeah,
we gave up on the USB ones.
Yeah, I mean it's good for Papa, but I miss the quality, so we set it back up.
And clearly y'all do too.
We still got to get a few more things to get the whole setup right, because I'm wondering if those tables gonna be big. Because I saw some other ones that looked like it was a little bit wider.
That's what I told you. I saw some like TV tables that were like a little wider and looked like they were a little more sturdy. Because
I was thinking, you know how we got the short tripod?
Mm-hmm.
Just put the ring light on there.
Yeah, right.
And then it'd be better.
Do that. It'll be right there.
Right. So, like I said, we're going to figure it and work it out. But anyway, you guys, like I said, thank you for tuning into another episode. And we're just going to dive into it. You want to do the verses or you want to talk about the albums?
We can start with the verses and end with the albums.
Anyway, let's go to the verses.
Because we probably going to be chatting this up a while. If y'all don't know, this Thursday night, there was the verses between Mario and Omarion.
Right, because Omarion been bitching and moaning about getting the verses.
He want to do a verses. He insisted he wanted to do a verses.
He's the baddest.
And so also last minute, they announced that there was going to be almost somewhat like a bonus verses, but like opening act. Because they made like a whole concert Thursday night where people had bought tickets to go and all kinds of things like that. And so
I hope they got a refund. It was a hot ball.
It was
a
hot mess. So it was like the pre-verses, which was Bobby Valentino and
Sammy.
It was about
Ray J.
Well, no, I think it was Bobby Valentino and Ray J versus Pleasure P and Sammy.
Oh, they were like on teams. Oh, they was on teams?
They were on teams.
Oh.
So yeah, that was the thing too. So they were on teams. So I was trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it was Sammy and Pleasure P versus Ray J and Bobby V.
Yeah, that's what it was looking like on stage. The stage presence.
A mess.
It was trash.
And they dragged on for so long, and they were mad because they didn't want to get off the stage.
Those niggas, as I was telling Creole, those are the niggas like, those are the relatives that your people make you invite to your party that you don't want to because you know they don't know how to act. That's how they was acting. Oh yeah,
that's really how they were acting.
That's how they was acting. And Ray J. So okay, I'm gonna jump on Ray J ass. So Ray J bitching and moaning. Because everybody was singing his song, One Wish, One Wish. But when the nigga was trying to sing it,
he sounded like so trash. Bad.
He sounded horrible.
And Brandy called him out because he didn't take care of his vocals before the show. Granted, we know Ray J really don't have a voice like that. But his sister was trying to help him out. And Brandy called him out and was like, I sat up there, I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning, made you my specialty, told you to drink it, told you to rest your voice and all this stuff like that. And she was like, Dad ratted your ass out and said, you didn't drink my tea. It sat on the table all day. You never once drank it. Plus, Dad said you was running your mouth all goddamn day, and that's why you sound like you do. She was like, I love you, but like I gotta call you out on your shit.
Trash. But it's all good, though. It's all good. Then he was
Bobby V
blaming.
was performing.
Then he was blaming on the baby. How you gonna blame?
Yeah, he was blaming the baby. He was like, well, I couldn't really like sing like that because I was holding my son. What?
Who told you to bring your son out here, partner?
Right, you could have left him backstage.
I say, Ray J, go sit your ass down. Then Pleasure P ass, this nigga.
I got hits, Mr. I got hits.
I got hits.
They trying to kick us out. Man, nigga, I got hits.
I got hits.
What?
Boyfriend number 2.
Boyfriend number 2, and I was wrong. I did you wrong.
I did you wrong. That's the only
Other
2
than that,
hits.
like Pretty Ricky hits.
Yeah, that's where you get your hits from. Pretty Ricky, Blue Star album, all of that.
These singers are arrogant as hell, especially when they go solo.
So he was the lead for Pretty Ricky?
Well, he was the singer and the rest were rappers.
Okay, gotcha.
So he was the singer, and then they would have, Slick 'em and all them were the rappers.
Okay. So yeah, that's how they are. That's definitely how they are. But he was sitting here talking all that shit. Yeah, I got hits. I got
hits. And like Sammy, he ain't really been putting out nothing like that.
No.
So Sammy was actually pretty humble at that. Sammy was really trying to prove he got pipes,
Right.
which he do.
Sammy does sing.
You didn't even realize that was Sammy at first.
I didn't know who that nigga was on stage.
Because you was like, who that nigga with the dreads? I was like, well, that's Sammy.
All tatted up and shit with a beard and I'm like, damn.
He grown now. He ain't 12 no more.
I ain't mad.
And he sang I Like It too. I like the way you
Sammy can
look
sing.
at me.
And
He was
Bobby
singing
V.
it too.
Bobby V can sing.
Bobby V can sing. He's a little arrogant too.
No, he is. But
He is very arrogant, but he can sing.
He can sing. He has a voice.
But them niggas look like they were about to scrap.
Oh yeah, they wanted to.
They were acting like they wanted to fight each other.
Well, when was the last time they got to perform?
This is true. I mean, Millennium Tour. Pretty Ricky was on Millennium Tour.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay.
Yeah, this is before Baby Blue went to jail for like PPP fraud.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Valentino was on the first one too. And then Sammy got added to the second one.
I mean, like I said, they did their shit, whatever. They didn't want to get off the stage. Jeremiah came.
Well,
sound like
that's
trash.
later. We gone too far. We gone too early. That was during Mario and Omarion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that was during Mario and Omarion when he came out. So we get a little ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
But Pleasure P want to jump his big behind off the stage.
All of them
want to jump off the stage and serenade everybody.
Yeah, you can't get your old ass, and they take, they're not young spring chickens.
So they were taking their time getting off the stage.
Exactly. They're like looking at screen. Hold my hand, nigga. Hold my hand. Shit. Damn,
Slowly getting down trying to sing.
I didn't realize the stage was so high. It was like that when I was younger.
All right.
Shit. So yeah, them niggas, like I say, it was.
Because first
funny.
Pleasure P jumped off the stage and Bobby V decided he was going to jump off the stage. It was a mess. And they didn't want to get off the stage. Like everything ended up being late because they didn't want to get off the stage. Pleasure P was like really on some, I got hits. Man, they try to kick us off. I got hits.
On talking about, I got
hits. I'm about to sing my hit. And like he sung a song and everybody was like, what is this?
Never heard of it.
Everyone's like, what is this? Like, unless you bought the album, you didn't know what that song was.
Who won't buy a Pleasure P album?
Some people probably bought a Pleasure P album.
Stupid ass. Oh, dumb trucking.
Man, he was like, I got this, I got that. And then he started naming features. And I'm like, that's not your song.
See, exactly. That's the thing.
Like, he named a couple features he had. And I was like, that's not your song, though.
That's the thing. Then they start throwing their features. Then he start pulling Pretty Ricky shit. And like, you got to pull Pretty Ricky shit.
You got to
because that's what you're known for.
That's the main part of your catalog.
That's the main, nigga. That's the beef.
That's the main part of your catalog.
That's your bread and butter, nigga. Go sit down. Talking that shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. And then Ray J brought your boy, Young Berg, out for his song.
He did for Sexy Can I.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. I was like, we still
song.
rocking with him after he bust Masika lip?
That's what happened. I know something he got in trouble for something.
He got in trouble because first season of Love and Hip Hop LA, well, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, the whole season was Masika and Hazel Lee fighting over Young Berg. Because Hazel Lee swore to God she was dating Young Berg. And she may have been on her end and that nigga was playing her. But then Masika being who she is, because all Masika do is go for other people men. And then once she get him, she done with him. Because that's all she did to Alexis Sky with Fetty Wap and had his baby. And then once she had the baby, she was done with him. And then
Fetty Wap.
she had a baby with Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap.
Because she had to have a baby with Fetty Wap so she can get back on Love and Hip Hop. Because what happened was, like I said, Hazel was saying she was dating Young Berg. Masika was chasing Young Berg because, like I said, that's all she do is just take other people's dudes and wonder why people call her a hoe. But literally, that's all she do.
Ooh.
And then, so she got Young Berg. So she was on the reunion bragging about how she got him and, yeah, you never had him, blah, 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 to Hazel Lee. And apparently, after they went back to their hotel after the reunion, they got into an argument and he busted a lip, allegedly. I don't know. I don't think he ever really went to jail or whatever like that. But of course, they got like arrested from the hotel.
Right.
And not only did they kick him off, they kicked her off too. Which leads me to believe that she might have like roughed him up too. Like they were fighting each other.
They
were scrapping, yeah. So they kicked both of them off. And then next thing you know, she was back on there because she had Fetty Wap's baby. Because she had finally like won up to Alexis Sky and had Fetty Wap's baby. And then as soon as she got pregnant by him and was able to say that she pulled Fetty Wap from Alexis Sky, she was done with Fetty Wap.
Just for clout, baby.
Just for clout. You have to screw a dude with one eye for relevance. So had him out there, I was like, oh, we still rocking with him now? I had to completely forgot about Young Berg being on Sexy Can. I was like, where he come from?
Man say he had to pull out with his artillery.
He had to. I'm assuming he did the song he did with Lil' Kim. Maybe I missed it because I got in on it late.
I don't know.
I got in on that part late because I'm like, damn, Mario. Because you was like, I'm surprised you ain't watching Omarion and Mario. I was like, oh, shit, that is tonight. And when I turned it on, I was like, what is going on here? I was like, oh, I did see something about Ray J and Bobby V doing something during Verzuz. Is this what's going on? It was a mess. And it was kind of ignorant because like they literally had buku celebrities that was like not backstage but like literally on stage during the performance.
Then old boy brought Tank out, right? Ray J brought Tank out?
No, Ray J did not bring Tank out. You were going too fast. But no, like Jackie Long and all of them were like hanging on stage and stuff. They said Summer Walker was there eventually. But like they were all like hanging on stage with them. Like they were like an entourage. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what kind of foolishness is this? So, finally get them niggas off stage. Probably like a half hour longer than what they were supposed to be on them.
Right. And they knew they knew they were supposed to go stage. They kept saying, man, they try to kick us off stage, but we up in here. I'm like, niggas, this ain't about y'all.
Man, we ain't getting off this stage. And they just kept going and kept going and kept going.
Kept pulling out bullshit songs.
And all he was just ignorant. And so everybody was like, bro, get them out the stage so we can get to like the main event. A lot of people were complaining about, so the Verzuz took place on the West Coast and they had it on a Thursday night, but with it being on the West Coast, they wanted it to start about 8 o'clock West Coast time.
That's 10 our time.
Which is 10 our time. Which is 11 o'clock on the East Coast. So a lot of people on the East Coast are like, we are tired. We got work in the morning. We got school in the morning. Like, come on. Like, I get it. It's on the West Coast. Y'all want it to be 8 o'clock y'all time. But, bruh, it's so late over here. Like, get this going. Like, people was like, it's too... Like, by the time it was over, people on the East Coast were in the comments saying, it's 2 a.m. It is 2 a.m.
And it's still going.
And, like, it's just ending. It didn't start till like midnight on the East Coast.
Yeah, the main event. It was like a boxing match.
Then once they had finally kicked Pleasure P and them off the stage, then we still waited almost like another half hour before Omarion and Mario came out. Mm-hmm. And D-Ray was trying to stretch as long as possible. But it's like, bro, he didn't prepare no set for this. Like they were supposed to come up right after. Just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So they finally come out. Finally.
I just want to let y'all know, Mario's a fool.
Mario is a fool.
Mario is definitely
Baltimore
a fool.
people must really be like rough because, son, they finally came out and as soon Mario came with the shits from the get-go.
Straight up.
He was like, I brought your 3 best friends out with me.
And forgot to invite them.
And since you forgot to invite them, and he invited 3 niggas that was supposed to be B2K and matching outfits. And
Bruh.
And had them doing the dance from You Got Served. And made them do the statue middle finger thing that Jay Bird did in the movie. And stuff. He was like, since you forgot the environment and shit, I was like, damn, Mario coming out the gate with the shit. So everybody, man, all week people like, man, Omarion got them hits. He gonna slaughter Mario. Anybody who actually listens to both knew that Mario was gonna win. We definitely thought it was gonna be closer than it was gonna be, but definitely knew that Mario had more hits than Omarion. Definitely more hits than Omarion.
Facts.
And so, like I said, Mario already came with the shits. Like, we thought this was gonna be a friendly competition. It got volatile. And so
I didn't get to watch the whole thing because I had work in the morning. So
right. Like we said, it was like real late.
It was late.
It was real late.
Come on, man. But
so Omarion did the smart thing. He did touch first, but he barely sung it. He just did the dance. He just did this dance and had the music going and didn't even sing a verse or whatever. So then Mario came out. He came out with Just a Friend and just
killed it.
Was rolling since then because he was like, man, I was talking to women like this, and I was only 16 when he was talking about that mess. This is what I was doing when I was 16, and he came out with the Just a Friend and was singing. And one thing Mario did he wanted to prove he got them vocals. He always had them vocals because he has the best vocals of anybody, always has. He just don't get the love he's supposed to.
Right.
And it's mostly because he don't dance and all this stuff like that.
But that ain't his niche. His thing.
That's not his niche. He's always been the vocal dude. Yeah. He's always been the vocal person. And so
shit, Sade don't fucking dance. Sade perform.
Right. Okay. But Mario's always been the vocal person. I've always said this. Mario's vocals have always been amazing. And so Mario's performing almost his whole song. He would perform most of his song. He would perform one whole verse out of the two verses a cappella. This was for every song. Every song he sang one whole verse a cappella because you was gonna hear his voice. And Omarion just kept trying to pull out these tricks and these stunts and this foolishness. Like, I've always said Omarion was hella arrogant. Everybody was like, after the whole April Fizz thing, everybody was like, oh, because he didn't respond, he's an unbothered king. Just look, I'm trying to be as unbothered as Omarion. I was like, that nigga is always bothered because he's always had a problem with everything and everybody. But everybody wanted to make him out to be, he's this unbothered king. He this, he that. Oh, look how fine him and his brother is. And it's like, Omarion is like arrogant and has always been on his own shit. And you can't tell him he needs to improve and all that stuff like that.
Fuck all that. What is this watermelon shit that he was doing?
Bruh. So that's what I was getting to with the whole all the gimmicky shit. Because he barely sung. He wanted to dance. He wanted to do all these gimmicks. So first, he won't bring out his brother because everybody's been like, oh, his brother just is fine and everything like that. So he performs this song.
His brother sings?
His brother sung at one point.
Okay.
Now he's literally just reduced to Jhené Aiko's baby daddy. He is Omarion's brother and Jhené Aiko's baby daddy. That is where that lies. But they took a couple pictures together and they was like, oh, they both fine. So they've been bucking them up the last couple of years or so. So he bring his brother out, which was part of the gimmick, I'm sure. And he starts singing this song that nobody has heard. And he goes, fellas, this is how you supposed to eat out your ladies. Don't nobody worry about that right now. Then they both got watermelon. He barely singing a song because he's too busy slurping the watermelon like he's eating cooch. Dude. And what was funny is if you listen, the commentary of Mario in the background, son, what are you doing? What is happening right now?
I never heard somebody use a watermelon as reference to eating cooch. A peach, a pear, a plum, a whole fucking watermelon, son.
A watermelon slice, yeah. And Mario's in the background. So after Mario's like, this what y'all California niggas do? Y'all a different breed.
Bruh.
Because in case you don't know, Mario's from Baltimore. So it was very much an East Coast, West Coast type thing too. And Omarion he claims from Inglewood. So it's very much an East Coast, West Coast kind of thing going on. So Mario's very much like, I'm a Baltimore nigga. Like, and Omarion is like doing all this weird shit. And so Mario was like, this is what y'all niggas do in California? Like, what the fuck? And every time like some weird shit happened, like you just hear Mario in the background, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what, nigga, you crazy right now? Like, what is happening? Like, nigga, this is what you doing? Like, you would hear him in the background.
Bro.
And
that video you sent me him when he's dancing on the mic.
Yeah, so there was like another time he sung another song that nobody knows. Nobody knew that he swore to God was a hit. Though. But he swear to God he's Mr. International. And that wasn't even the international song he was claiming. But swear to God, he like international and all this shit. And he starts singing this song and he like laying on the floor with the mic and all kind of, it was like, once again, Mario's in the background going, what are you doing? And everybody collectively on the internet with the watermelon, with him with the mic, everybody's like, what are you doing? And this nigga like changed his outfit and his hair like 20 times. He planned everything but to sound vocally good. He kept blaming, saying, I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. Mario was just going. Whether there was technical issues or not, Mario was just singing.
That's because he is a studio
He's
artist.
a studio. He
because
wanted the speakers to drown him out. That's what that was. He wanted the front monitors to drown him out so he could lip sync. And
also so he could catch himself because he knows he's pitchy.
He's very pitchy.
When you know how to sing, you don't need no damn monitor.
You don't need a monitor. You need a monitor. A lot of times, the ones that really can sing, they'll put the monitor in their ears so they can hear the music when it comes in, so they can be on the time, music when they start.
Right.
But then usually you will catch them take it out as soon as the song goes so they can focus on just singing.
Right.
Because science tells us, sound travels a little slower than light and things like that. So you can hear it, but that might not be where the music is really at. Especially all those acoustics and things like that. So a lot of good singers, they'll put the monitor in for the very start of the song to hear exactly where the band is at now, get themselves started, and then when they get in the groove, they will take it out their ear and just go.
And exactly.
They'll take it out and they'll just go. They're like, okay, I know where we at. Let's just go. Omarion the whole night, I can't hear myself. Well, I can't. Every time he knew he sounded bad, he was like, I can't hear myself. Mario was just going. Mario was just singing. And Omarion just sounded just so bad, and just he brought out the crump clowns. Like, bro, we ain't seen them niggas in forever. Like, Chris Brown don't even like go out with them no more. Like, you don't even see Chris Brown crumping with them no more. And he brought them out and had them do a whole dance battle routine to breathe in, breathe out from You Got Served. And it's like,
all they needed was Steve Harvey. It would have been You Got
Served. That's what that rapper was like, where's Steve Harvey? Like, where's Steve Harvey?
It would have been You Got Served too. All they needed was Steve Harvey.
But the problem, why I say Omarion is arrogant, he spent all this time on these gimmicks with the watermelon and the mic and the dancers and the crump clowns coming out and the costume changes and the hair changes and all this stuff. Mario went from wearing a jacket to wearing a silk shirt to putting the jacket back on. That was literally it, but he never left the stage.
There you go.
He never left the stage. Omarion was too busy like changing clothes and all kind of things like that. And then when he realized he was losing bad, then he started like wanting to throw jabs at Mario and want to lay on the floor and act like he sleep during Mario's performance and all kind of things like that. So Mario was like sending them jabs back, and he was sending them hard. Like, because at one point, Mario wanted to sing this like Afrobeat song that he made. And was like, yeah, what you know about being international? And Mario was like, nigga, I just came from overseas. He was like, you ain't come from overseas. He's like, check my IG. Like, I just came from overseas. Which is true. He just came from overseas because if I'm not mistaken, it was him, Trey Songz, and Ashanti were on like a European tour together for like the last month. And so, yeah, he literally just came overseas. What has Omarion been doing? But Omarion's gonna throw that. I had an international hit. And when he sung the song and Mario was like, international where? He's like, it wasn't even popping here.
No.
And all this stuff like that. So then Omarion felt some type of way. He was
we
you
international.
just mad because you wasn't invited for the second Millennium Tour. And Mario said, I didn't want to be on that raggedy shit anyway.
You know what Mario shit did? Even though he killed Omarion But to drive the nail through the coffin, should have got Lloyd in that motherfucker.
Oh, if he'd have brought Lloyd should have definitely been. Everybody agrees that Lloyd and Mario would have been a way better matchup.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because people sleep on Lloyd and his vocals too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Lloyd got hits too.
Yes, he do, bro.
Lloyd got a catalog too.
Southside, him and Ashanti. Fuck that.
And see, Omarion's
Players prayer,
arrogance.
my shit.
And see, Omarion's arrogance was killing him because he wanted to go in there and do as little B2K stuff as possible. He wanted to do all his solo stuff. And that's the same thing he did on the first Millennium Tour. Mario had the better set because he wanted to do like 3 B2K songs, but then he wanted to do a whole Omarion set at the Millennium Tour. And everybody was there like, no, we want to hear B2K. Like, we don't want to, like, yeah, you could do O, you could do Icebox, you know.
But we came for
B2K. When I went to the Millennium Tour, my highlights was Mario, Lloyd.
There we go.
Pretty Ricky put on a hell of a show. You know, and just for nostalgia purposes, Chingy performing right there.
Oh, right there.
Just for nostalgia purposes.
Shit, they should have bought your boy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Jaquan?
Yeah, Jaquan.
Yeah.
But he literally got that one song. But but that was a highlight because once again, Omarion is like very arrogant and was like, no, half the set is gonna be me. And he was performing these songs that nobody listened to. Yeah, back in the day, they used to call me Maybach Omarion. And I was like, nobody called you that.
son?
We barely remember when you was signed to Maybach Music for all of 2 minutes.
Exactly. He did like one song.
He did one song that I could think of, and I couldn't even tell you the name of how I go. But I think he did like
Rick Ross on it.
He did like one song with Rick Ross.
Yeah, that was it. I can't remember the name.
And like
though.
I said, he was signed to Maybach Music for like 2 seconds.
Right, for real. Like, chill out,
And
nigga.
he hasn't put out nothing since. Oh, I lie. Because when he was on Maybach Music, he put out Post to Be with Chris Brown and Jhené Aiko.
There you go.
And who had the best verse on the whole song? Jhené Aiko. It ain't even his song in people's mind.
It's really not.
It's really not. It's if you ask anybody, it's Jhené Aiko featuring Chris Brown and Omarion.
Kameen GG was talking about that, and he like, oh, he got Supposed to Be. I said, that's his song. I said, oh, what damn is
That
his
is,
song?
it's supposed to be his song.
I don't really consider his song. That nigga just, I feel like he's the feature on the song.
He feels like the feature. It really feels like Jhené Aiko featuring Chris Brown and Omarion.
Exactly.
But he's like really arrogant, and he brought that same arrogance that I always talk about to the verses because he didn't want to use any of his B2K stuff. He did Bump 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 last second. He pulled Bump 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 last
probably
second.
had to,
The
though.
DJ played him because he started singing over. He started trying to sing over Diddy's verse. He started trying to sing over Diddy's verse. I think he did Gots to Be.
Yeah, guys.
I think he did Gots to Be. And that's it. That's it. Like, that's the only ones he did. And yeah, that's really it.
Did Bow Wow do a versus?
Bow Wow did a versus with Soulja Boy.
With Soulja Boy?
Yeah. That was like last year.
I felt like Bow Wow and Romeo.
Bow Wow and Romeo would have been good, but Bow Wow and Soulja Boy beef a lot, so that's why.
Yeah, but I feel like those two, like, I remember growing up, it really was Lil Romeo.
Well, that's who they
Lil Bow
pin.
Wow.
Okay, I put it this way. That's who they pin together. But if you think about it, Romeo don't really have that much.
He doesn't, but I'm just saying.
Like, as far as like having enough hits to do verses, Bow Wow and Soulja Boy is probably good.
Romeo, he's more. He has. He don't have a lot of hits, but he could have. I don't know, did something.
Yeah, he didn't do what Bow Wow did with him, and brought Bow Wow out for "Let Me Hold You."
Let me hold.
Because I think he did that song too, but I was surprised he didn't bring Bow Wow out for that. But then again, Bow Wow might have been backstage and be like, "Nah, nigga, I ain't coming out in this mess."
Yeah, you sound like garbage, boy. You sound like trash right now. I ain't, boy. Fuck you.
And so, like you was saying earlier, like he brought out Jeremiah because I sent you that video because you had missed that. And that's when we realized Jeremiah really ain't got it. Granted, some people did remind us that Jeremiah did have COVID real bad. So I don't know if that may have done something. Or he just auto-tuned his hell.
I don't give a fuck. What
He
you
sounded
had.
so bad.
If you had COVID and you know you can't sing no more, then don't come out and sing that.
This is true.
But That
arrogance.
nigga.
Arrogance. Once again,
That nigga sound
he came out with roses and everything.
right, like he was about to do something.
And he was like, "Can we? Right now we can be
Sounds just like the
somewhere
nigga.
in the climate."
I'm trying to be nowhere.
And
with
Mario
you,
in the
nigga.
background was like, "No."
Shut the fuck up.
That's what had me weak. Was him in the background, no. Like every time you
What
finish a
is
line,
that?
every time you finish a line, it's like, you niggas sound crazy. And every time Jeremiah got worse, you just hear Mario in the background go, no.
Oh, you sound like
No.
trash. Oh,
Stop.
booty that boy.
Mario was trying to say, we just like, no, stop.
Son, trash.
It was so bad.
Garbage.
It was so bad. And so Mario got desperate again and brought out Tank for O. Because Tank sung background vocals on O before like Tank really like hit. And
What do you mean hit?
so,
Tank always been.
but he wasn't out around that time. He wasn't out around old time. Like I think he was slowly making his way, but around that time, he was just doing a lot of background singing.
Okay.
And so he did background vocals on O. And he came out and he was singing, and of course Tank sound fine. But everybody was like, Tank was helping Omarion lose because it was like he came out and outsung Omarion in his own song.
Well, yeah. Yeah. He did.
And then there was like a part that I gotta find the video. I'm surprised nobody posted
Creole
it.
told me that
They start having a riff off. So of course like Omarion's like, ooh yeah, and Tank's like, ooh yeah. And they start going back and forth. He was like, once again, Mario's like, y'all niggas sound crazy. And
Mario said, fuck this.
and Mario came and stood in between them and was like, ah! Like he hit that high note. It's like, okay, he embarrassed them.
Shut your ass up.
Mario was not playing. I have never seen that side of Mario, even though that seems like that is always him.
Probably
I've
so.
never publicly, because I've never met him, I've never been around him. You know, I've never seen this side of him. It seems very much like him. Like
how
it wasn't
that
a
boy rock.
shock. It just seems like it would be him, but to actually see it was like, wow. He was savage. And so at
Supposed
the
to be.
very end of the verses, after all that foolishness, Omarion sings his last song and tries to go, oh, it's over, it's done. And Mario's like, what you mean it's over? He was like, they say it's done. They say we done. And Mario said, who said we done? And Omarion said, the Verzuz people said we done. He said, we not done. He said, we not done till I say we
You
done.
done.
And that's when he pulled out Let Me Love You. And that was a wrap. Because Let Me Love You is his biggest hit.
Let me love you.
And what was so good about
I like the
Mario
remix.
with his voice, Mario's voice is so good that he was singing some album cuts that some people who aren't as familiar with Mario's music, the people who know his music was like, oh yeah, that's my jam. Because like when he pulled Nike's Fresh Out the Box, Chick with the Braids, like we were like, oh shit, you know. Granted, those were not the singles he put out,
Right.
but they were jams on the album. Some people was calling for Directions. I'd have loved to heard him sing Directions, but it was fine that he didn't sing it. But like when he pulled out Nike's Fresh Out the Box, which is where he like really showcases his vocals. And like I said, I think he did Girl in the Picture and Chick with the Braids. And everybody was like, oh, you know, everybody was a Mario fan was like, oh shit, this is my jam. And you had people who didn't really know Mario like that going, wait, I don't know this song. There was a lot of people in the comments going, I don't know this song, but shit, I'm gonna have to download this. This sound nice. Cause his vocals are just that good that people were not mad at Mario for pulling album cuts for the verses as much as they were with Omarion. Because with Omarion, people were like, we don't know this, we don't like this, and you don't sound good.
horrible.
You sound horrible. But Mario's vocals were so good that a lot of people were like, well, damn, I don't know this song, but shit, I'm gonna go download this because this sound good. I like this. Like his
That's not
vocals.
bop.
Yeah, his vocals were good enough to pull people in for a song that they didn't even know anything about. Bruh, everybody was like, this is the most one-sided verses ever. It was a slaughter fest. And it was a train, and everybody on the East Coast in the Central Time Zone wanted to go to sleep so bad. But it was a train wreck we could not look away from.
My head
I
was
dog
hurting.
tired.
That was the only reason why I went to bed.
I was dog tired too. I was struggling watching it on the iPad.
I want to see the foolery.
Son, like I said, we might have to pull it up again and watch it. Cause oh my God, it was a train wreck you could not look away from. Cause it got weirder on Omarion's end. It got weirder and weirder and weirder, and you like, what are you doing? Did this nigga change his clothes again? His hair is down now. Who's braiding his hair who's braiding his dreads during the show? Like, what is happening right now?
Fuck all of that. What they call it? The post fight?
Oh yeah. Oh, they be going in online.
Mario, like
Mario's been keeping it going.
Mario is a savage, bro. He's
a savage when he opened his mouth. Clearly,
I fucks with Mario. Like Mario has a whole. I never
did not fuck with him. He's pretty quiet online.
It is, but like I see how that nigga could get raw on your ass. And bro, that shit that he sent. Talk about the wake or something. He was talking about funeral for Omarion. Yeah,
he was
man,
talking about,
nigga had a casket.
He posted a picture of a casket. He was like, it's big enough for 3 bodies.
Ooh, sorry.
And then he made another post talking about how Omarion's now going to be strictly an author and Orion is going to grow watermelon now. Oh man, they were
Bruh.
During the show. Okay, so when it comes to funny comments through that whole thing. Top commenter of the night usually like the comedians and stuff like that. No, top commenter of the night, freaking Joyner Lucas.
What else is that?
Joyner Lucas, you know when I be listening to that Joyner Lucas Chris Brown song "I Don't Die."
Yeah,
and he also got that song called Fresh Prince with Will Smith. He's an artist. He's a rapper. And top commenter of the night. I was weak reading. He kept calling Omarion JJ Fish.
Son, I forgot all about that dude.
He kept calling him Omarion JJ Fish.
Bruh. I forgot all about him.
What was the song JJ Fish did? Much care.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Son, I'm definitely gonna look at that, bro.
He kept calling him Omarion JJ Fish all night.
Bro, who the fuck give you that name, JJ Fish?
He called him Omarion JJ Fish. He also started calling him O'Melon after the watermelon thing.
Bro,
people been calling Omarion O'Melon for the last couple of days.
Yeah, chill out with that, bro. For real.
Every comment he made, he was calling him Omarion JJ Fish. And if you don't know who JJ Fish is, look him up.
He came out with 2 songs?
He did come out with 2 songs. He had the nerve to have music videos.
Right, he had a music video, bro. Go JJ Fish, go check that shit out.
That was part of the golden age of YouTube.
For real,
Ice JJ Fish. It's Ice. So the actual guy is Ice JJ Fish.
I don't know where he's at now. Please don't tell me he's still putting out content.
He's probably still putting out songs. He's probably trying to challenge Jacquees.
Now when you say that, I think of that shit. Like, you know, you just sitting here going, I'm not. Bruh. I had to get we're gonna try to reach out to Ice JJ Fish and be like,
God.
hey bro, you wanna be on the show? We need to talk to you about some shit.
Oh my God. It's just like savages online, just like going in. And so Omarion was like not online most of yesterday. And then of course he wants to come back and be like, well,
I was at a photo shoot.
I was at a photo shoot all day. And he was like, congratulations to Mario. You know, there was like so many technical issues. He's like, but we gonna make sure there's a sound check the day of my next concert, which of course you're opening for me. What? Omarion is like proving that he's like an arrogant piece of shit, and he's very much a bothered person. Very much a bothered person.
We're gonna pray for that young man, please. Lord Jesus.
Like he proved that he a fraud to y'all, because he really supposed to be putting out a book talking about like the unbothered brother or something else like that. Say, boy, you didn't prove that you are very bothered.
Let's pray for them, bro. Lord Jesus, please humble the young spirit, Omarion, aka O'Melon. a.k.a. what is it? Ice Fish?
Omarion and JJ Fish.
Omarion and JJ Fish. Humble the young brother. He's in denial, Lord, that he got that ass whipped. It just shook his spirit, Lord. Please help him find his way. Tell him to stay in the studio and don't ever do another Verzuz. Peace.
And you know what? I kept just thinking that whole Verzuz train wreck. This is the nigga that wanted to go up against Chris Brown.
Boy, is you crazy?
Cause he really did an interview crazy? And it was like, he was like, I really want to do a Verzuz against Chris Brown. And everybody's like, no. Don't do that to yourself.
Son, no. Chris would have had you crying.
Chris would have had you feel because not only because Chris would have been pulling nothing but radio hits. Cause Chris got that many radio hits. Chris been pulling nothing but radio hits, and he'd have been dancing.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
It'd have been a double ass whipping because he didn't embarrass him dancing too.
You don't want that. Like, Chris not doing it, that's the most humbling thing.
Because don't get me wrong, Chris is not as vocally strong as Mario, but he is not as vocally weak as Omarion. No. Because he has sung a cappella before. He's not as vocally weak as Omarion.
No. Yeah, no. I'm glad that didn't happen because if that would have happened, it would have been a fight.
Ooh, he didn't want to swing on him.
Oh, yeah. It would have been a fight.
He'd have probably turned around and made some really low belt hits on Chris about some shit he shouldn't talk about, and Chris would have stole on his ass.
Oh,
They'd have really been fighting.
Light-skinned niggas don't.
What? Light-skinned people don't play. Get ready to fight. Always be ready to fight a light-skinned person.
What you say?
No matter how sweet they seem at first, always be ready to fight a light-skinned person.
They're ready to fight. And the trip part about it is like with a light-skinned person, they could be the one who trigger you off to make you say this shit, and they don't give a fuck. You should never say it.
You should never say it. You should never say it.
Well, bitch, you should never. I don't give a fuck. You should never say what you say. Now we fighting. Fighting. We're gonna be in that parking garage with like Drake.
Cause he really was like, yeah, I'll go against Chris Brown. I was like, how arrogant you gotta be, bro? Like, you ain't got 20 hits to do that.
You can't.
And that's when that
now,
video.
If B2K want to go against Chris Brown,
maybe.
I mean, you still ain't gonna beat him, but you might would have you held your head up high.
Maybe.
You held your head up high, but you alone, nigga?
No. But that's when him saying he wanted to go against Chris Brown is what made people find that old video of him doing that dance at that festival. And that's when it sparked that challenge. Because the first person who had pulled that video was like, so the corny nigga who did this dance wants to go against Chris Brown?
Yes. That's your man right there? Yes.
Mario had the three dancers do the dance too.
Yeah. Son, like I said, I watched some of the Verzuz, but this is probably the most hoodest ghetto one I ever saw.
And it was R&B.
No, yeah, that's the trip part.
We thought
I would expect that from the rap shit, you know, like
when they had the fight with the Jada Kiss one.
Shade and Dipset.
Yeah, it was the Locks versus Dipset.
Fucking Bone Thugs and 3-6.
I forgot about them. Yeah, that was a fight.
Yeah.
And then what was it? Gucci and Jeezy.
Yep.
And they were going back and forth.
Yeah.
Hardcore, like going ham on each other.
I expect that
out of rap. I expect that out of rap. Especially R&B. Like groups of niggas that had always had beef.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect that from no R&B.
But this was like literally R&B. Like we could call it that now.
R&B.
It's R&B.
That's gonna be the title of the podcast. That was R&B.
R&B. Yep, that's the title right there. R&B. Because, son, you'd have thought it was a rap concert the way between the first verses with Ray J and all them, and then the way Mario and Omarion was going at each other and still going at each other.
Niggas yelling shit. Who own this song? Nigga, I own. Yeah, now you do. I'm like, damn, why y'all putting niggas business out there like that?
They was going in. It was going in.
Sing the songs.
I'm sitting there watching them. I was like, is this an R&B Verzuz? Because shit. Like, bitch, this was the revival of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry.
For real, son. I was ready for shit like, you don't want these niggas dancing all in your videos.
All right, dancing all in the videos.
All on the songs. Get with Death Row, nigga. Shout out to Snoop Dogg who own Death Row now. Yeah.
Snoop was in the comments too. He's like, I got here late. What's going on? It was like, how my nephew doing? And they was like, your nephew is struggling.
Who you talking about, Mario?
He talking about
Shit.
because of course Omarion's from the West Coast, so of course he was taking Omarion's side. He was like, "How my nephew doing?" Everybody's like, "Your nephew's struggling."
Drop that nigga.
Even Timbaland was looking at Omarion, and go, "Oof."
Damn, you know what? I pray that we get to the point where we become friends with Snoop and whatnot, and he start calling me nephew. I like that. That'd be cool. Come smoke with him. Come
The
on,
term of
nephew.
endearment. You be like,
For real. That's
yeah. First time he called you nephew, you like, me,
For real?
me,
Me?
your nephew. Oh,
All right, Unc, go smoke one. Let's go.
right. I
Yeah.
feel so lost. All right, Unc, let's
For
go.
real.
Let's go roll one. Well, you ain't got to
real.
roll one because you pay somebody to roll them for you.
Let me get one of them things on that mind. Nephew. Man. Yeah, son. It was crazy. It was crazy. But, you know, this is what we say. We talk about music. So Drake.
It was 2 big album drops.
Yep, Drake and
And
Chris.
a song drop.
Oh, yeah, and a song drop.
Womp womp. But we'll get there.
You want to talk about Drake?
Yeah, let's actually go in order.
Okay.
Let's do Drake. Let's do Beyonce single, and then we'll do Chris album.
So
We'll go in order because Drake was last week, Beyonce was earlier this week, Chris was yesterday.
wait, her album drop is just a song right now. It's just a song right now, right?
It's just a song right now.
Her album will be dropping soon.
Her album is coming out next month called Renaissance. So we'll get to that.
So Drake dropped his album, which I enjoyed. Like you were saying, that they have it underneath as dance.
Yeah, so a lot of people, I always forget what it's called because I want to call it, you know what, Nevermind, but it's called, I forget what it's called. I can't think of it, and I'm using my phone to record right now, so I can't look it up. But
That's what we have.
things like
tablets for.
seriously Nevermind or something. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
So the album dropped it was a surprise album. It was like Drake just like was like, hey, album dropping at midnight.
Right.
And that was last Friday. So he dropped last Friday. And so of course everybody was like, oh yeah, he about to come with bangers. And he came out with a dance album. It's actually listed on Apple Music as dance.
Right.
I don't think a lot of people like recognize that, but they immediately was looking for like over Drake, HYFR Drake, you know, energy Drake. They were looking for bars. They were looking for a rap. Right.
But
they were looking for that Drake. So a lot of people, when they got that album, they were disappointed because they were looking for bars. But he intentionally put out a dance album.
Right.
It's intentionally a dance album. So it's a lot of like the Afro beats, Caribbean, club type music.
yeah, it's a vibe album.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe album.
It's like you say, if you
unpopular opinion, I enjoy the album and we'll probably bump it. And may actually bump it more than Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah.
Because this is low-key what I thought Certified Lover Boy was going to be based on the name.
Right.
With him walking around with the heart in his head and stuff like that. I thought Certified Lover Boy was going to be more Drake singing.
Right.
And so, of course, Certified Lover Boy is actually Drake dropping more bars than anything. It's like more rap songs than slow stuff. But this dance album is more of his slow stuff. So if you like One Dance, if you like Passion Fruit, if you like Take Care and stuff, songs like that, the dance album is more to that vibe.
Yeah, the dance album, I feel like I say, it's not that Drake dropping bullshit. It's
not the drop. It's not the rapping Drake.
It's Drake just vibing. I enjoy
like
the album.
Drake.
Yeah, I enjoy it. Like I say, it was a surprise album. So if y'all haven't checked out, I advise
and
to check out.
He do have 2 songs where he do rap on there.
Yeah, but the majority of it is, it's a vibe.
It's a vibe song.
It's a vibe thing. So I rocks with it.
And Rap saw the full video for Fallback yesterday.
Yeah, my boy was in that motherfucker, boy.
You the fucking best. You the fucking best.
Dan the Band. That's the name of the guy. I swear, Dan, I don't know if you're listening, if anybody knows Dan the Band, if you can contact him, we're getting married October 14th, 2023. I would love for him to come perform. Candy Shop.
You can do the Drake too.
You could do the Drake and Total Eclipse of the Heart. I need you to do those.
Yeah. But he's an extended version of the Falling Back video, which is crazy and simple at the same time.
Wait, he did the other song. I'm gonna live forever.
Yeah,
that song
Fame.
too.
Fame.
Yeah, I need him to do Fame too. Yeah, she had me see the
because in the video Drake marries like 20 Insta thoughts.
right.
And when I mean Insta thoughts, like at the end of the video, they introduce each one of them with their like Instagram handle.
Hell yeah, shit.
And like Drake like marries like 20 girls. He probably boned all of them. I wouldn't be surprised. He probably just went through his phone. It's like,
Nah, I ain't paying for y'all be in my video.
Right, this is y'all
But
getting y'all.
I put y'all Instagram.
This y'all
out
getting
there.
exposure.
Right. I put your Instagram.
But
I'm
he
fine with that.
marries like all these women, and I love the appearance by his mom going, I really think he's gonna take it serious this time.
That's his real man?
That's his real mom.
Oh, okay.
That was his real mom in the video.
Oh, bro.
And she's like, they showed like the invitation. It was like the marriage of Aubrey Drake Graham, and it's just like a list of all these girls down the invitation.
Sure.
And she's sitting up there. She leans to the guy next to her, goes, I really think he's gonna take it serious this time. And it showed a wedding cake where they got like all the women, like all the brides, like wrapped around the wedding cake, and like him at the top with like 4 brides around him.
Fuck that. I couldn't do that. My nerves would be bad.
But it was a good video. And then, of course, like
It
you
was.
said, they had Dan the Band as the wedding singer at the wedding on the extended version of him singing Best
know.
I Ever Had at the wedding.
I don't know if Drake he was the idea behind that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
If
would
he
not
was,
be surprised if
I
it was
wouldn't
like,
either.
I want you to sing like one of my songs.
I wouldn't either. But
I wouldn't put it past Drake to be like, no, this dude is cool.
It's
If
fucking awesome.
I'm doing a video about being in a wedding, like he has to be here. He has to sing one of my songs.
Fucking right.
And he sings Best I Ever Had. Because at first he started singing, I'm like,
What he
what song
singing?
is he
Yeah, me
singing?
too. I like.
And then I caught on to, I was like, he's singing Best I Ever Had. I said, oh my God, this man is genius.
Facts. I fucks with him.
So yeah, if he performs at our wedding, if we can get him to perform at our wedding, he has to do Fame, he has to do Candy Shop, he has to do Total Eclipse of the Heart, and he has to do Best I Ever Had.
There we go. That's all we want.
Just 4 songs. Just 4 songs. Just give him like a cool like 15, 20 minute set. I'm good with that.
That's it.
You don't have to do the whole wedding. I just want to do
Do
brief
that
concert.
shit, please.
I would love that.
That should be fire.
Yeah, we definitely have to clip that and put that on Instagram. Make that out. We're going to make a campaign out of it. Get Dan the Band to come down to perform at our
Facts.
wedding.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna record a video. Say, Dan, the band, look, man, I love your shit. Blah, blah, blah. Please, if you can, come for our wedding.
We just want 4 songs. You don't have to do a whole hour. We just want 4 songs out you.
4 songs. We'll feed you, whatever. Just come on, come have a good time. Please. So if he comes, bro, I'm gonna shit on myself. Straight up. I'm gonna go crazy.
I know you would.
I'm gonna be wow.
If
And
it was
all
something-
my white friends are gonna be like, how the fuck you did
If
that?
I had the money to do it and surprise you, because I'm not one to do, I've never been one to want to do like a big performance or like a dance or something at the
Right.
wedding. I've never wanted to do anything like that. But if it was one thing, I could be like, I'm going to surprise my groom with this and be like, okay, guys, we're going to have a special performance. It's a surprise for the groom. Welcome Dan the Band.
I would go crazy.
I know you would go crazy.
I'd be like a little bitch up in there.
If I had the money to like,
would like-
pay for him and surprise you with him,
Son.
like I would. That'd be the
would go
one
crazy.
thing I would love to do.
Oh, I'll go crazy. Oh my God.
That'd be the one thing I would love to do. No dance, no special dances from us and that. Like, but that would be like the one thing I would love to surprise you with,
Yeah.
because I know how much you like enjoy him.
I like that. I would do that.
Because didn't you play some of his stuff at Tanaj's wedding?
I did play Candy Shop.
Did you?
I say I gotta play this before I leave. And I played Candy Shop.
You must have played it before we got there. Huh?
No, I played it at towards the end when everybody was like gone.
Oh, okay.
I like, oh, I forgot to play this, but I'm gonna play this fucking song. I know the ticket to the Candy Shop. Ah, I let you lick the lollipop. Girl, don't just stop. Bro, this shit's smooth. Fuck it. I love Dan the Band. Fuck that shit. But like I said, back to the Drake album. If y'all didn't listen to it, go listen to it. It's fire.
Just know that he's not spitting bars. That this
Right,
is
it's not
singing.
that
This
Drake.
is singing Drake.
Now, Beyonce Creole told me about the song. I never listened to it. I finally did though. And I said when I hear this song, I get in living color Kim Wayne's singing Yabba dee, yabba doo, Scooby Doo, how about you? Boom, 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 boom. But that's the vibe again. It's an 80s.
Because it's a sample of that song, I think.
It's an 80s vibe. It's definitely an 80s club
Early
vibe.
90s, like club, vibe. Like, you're definitely going to see a bunch of gay people voguing to it.
And for real.
They
real,
already
though.
are.
I mean, they got Frida on it.
It got free.
And that's what I was telling Korea. I said, man, everybody keep biting on New Orleans
Yeah,
shit.
they do.
They on New Orleans dick and we can't get nothing out of it.
The song is called Break My Soul. And it's the track from her upcoming Renaissance album.
I don't know if y'all remember a store called Rave,
Yeah.
but I could hear that being played in the store Rave.
Which is funny because before I even heard the song dropped. So the song was supposed to drop at midnight. She teased on her Instagram bio that was dropping at midnight. But then a lyric video actually got dropped on YouTube on her Vivo page before that. And so
wait,
people
there's
was
a
listening
video
to,
for this?
well, it's a lyric video.
Okay, so it's not actual video.
It's not actual video.
Okay,
It's a lyric video. And so people were listening to it there. And the first thing my cousin Crystal posted, she was like, girl, we didn't want this. She's like, we wanted to really hear you sing. We wasn't trying to hear no H&M playlist.
Facts.
And I was weak. I was like, oh no. Because like I hadn't listened to it yet. And I saw a couple people who was like, ain't nobody asked for this. We want to hear you sing. We ain't trying to hear this gitchy shit. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, are people really like going in on, like, how dare they? The Beehive is not like stinging people right now. Because oh my God, like they're really going in on this Beyonce song.
It's a bop. It's a nice bop.
I had to listen to it. I had to listen to it. Listen to it. I'm not going to lie. The lyrics are very repetitive.
It is. And
I found myself a couple times on my Apple Music on my phone tapping it going, dear God, how much longer do I have to listen to this?
It's long.
It's long. And I kept like hitting it to like look at the time bar going, how long is this song? Is it not almost over yet? Like I literally checked the time on it 3 times and that's bad. Because I was just like, when is this over?
Yeah, it's a long song.
I don't care for it.
I
guess because I have flashbacks to like when the music thing at Solstice used to switch from like top 40 music to like the techno music at like 7 o'clock. So maybe I have flashback to my retail days.
It's a bop. It's about. Is it beyond one of Beyonce masterpiece? No.
No, we're not gonna be listening to this in 10 years.
No, we're not. But right now, it's like, okay.
It's okay. I'm not gonna be listening to it. My sister is clearly listening to it, but I'm not gonna be listening to it. I don't care for it. Yeah, Mo likes it. Mo posted that she liked it.
Wow, for Mo to like it?
Yeah, I just don't care for it. It doesn't hit me. So people, they were calling out some people. They were like, "Well, how y'all like the Beyonce song, but y'all were just dogging out Drake for putting out dance music?" And I was just like, I like the Drake dance music because it's more like island vibe and stuff like that than like that early 1990s. Like you say, the first thing that comes in was like yabba dee dabba doo, Scooby Doo, where are you? Like that's exactly what comes to mind when I hear that song, because it's pretty much the same beat.
Yeah, it's repetitive.
It's very repetitive,
but you know, it is what it is. It's straight. It's all
okay.
Right. It's all right. It's not one of the grand masterpieces.
I was actually surprised a lot of people was admitting that they didn't like it, because people will easily be like, oh my God, it's Beyonce. It's the greatest song ever. But a lot of people were like, honestly going, this is not it.
Now, Chris Breezy
dropped his 10th album yesterday.
Creole favorite artist. Now he's about to get 80 more hours of play on her Apple Music.
Whatever. I literally only listened to it kind of once yesterday.
So I was telling her I listened to the album. It's a Chris Brown album.
It is a Chris Brown album.
It's good. I'm a type when it comes to singing, I'm a old school R&B person. Like I like.
So am I. I am. You know I am.
Any songs you send me when you missing me and stuff, it's always a Chris Brown song.
And Trey songs, nigga.
Hold up now. Trey Songz only did one I consider real R&B album. His other shit is kind of on the Chris Brown vibe.
This is true.
So everything Creole sent me is freak nasty shit. Which is no lie shit. They be like, yeah, I miss you and you know I wanna hold you, but when I get next to you, I'ma stick this in you and make you wet and make you leak like a faucet. And
You a lie.
Bullshit. Anyway, so the Chris Brown album. It's a
Chris Brown album.
It's a typical Chris Brown album, which is like I say, he got some nice hits on there. I mean,
it's not your vibe.
It's not my vibe. I fucks with it, but like I say, it's just not my vibe. But like I say, it's a nice album. It is. It's a nice Chris Brown album. But Chris Brown never really put out. I don't know. Maybe you could verify. Did he ever put out like a real, talking about his feelings towards a woman and how I care about you and love you? And
he has
an album, not just one song. I'm talking about an album.
No, never a whole album. Cause everybody knows him as that nigga that really don't fall like that. Right. This nigga got 3 baby mamas. Like, do he seem like a nigga that's gonna be like?
It could happen.
This nigga wears a ring on his finger and says he's married to himself. Please. So
I saw part of the Big Boy interview, and he told Big Boy, he's an alien.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. If you follow him on Instagram, he does post things about aliens and stuff like that. But
like somebody I know, Don.
He's an R&B artist. But I will actually make a shocking statement. That will probably be a shocking statement to Retro about the album. I actually feel like it's a little too feature heavy.
Yeah.
Especially at the very beginning. It peters off towards the end where there's a lot of songs where it's just him. And it's a lot of slower songs, which I enjoy. I do kind of feel like it's a little feature heavy.
I can agree with you with that.
Yeah. I kind of would have liked to hear him more, instead of like a verse from him and then a verse, like 2 verses from like other people. I would have liked to hear him more. But I mean, it's good. It's a solid album. Like, it's solid. Like, I would say that it's a solid album. I have to listen to it more because I was listening to it yesterday, and then Keedy called me, and so I didn't hear like the last 3-4 songs.
Get to fully dive in.
I didn't really get to really dive in to like digest it a lot. Right. But there are some jams that I like.
No, they are. Like I said, there's some songs on there I do like.
There's definitely some jams on there. It's a Chris Brown album.
It is.
I mean, and Chris Brown is not one that you would expect for like R&B.
Right.
Like, he's always been a pop R&B artist. He's very much like Michael Jackson. Like, he's pop R&B. Like,
I call him more like urban hip hop.
I can do that. Like, yeah.
He's an urban hip hop because, like I said, it's not true hip hop with the rapping. It's not true R&B
with the singing.
It's a mixture.
It's a mixture of it.
So I call it urban hip hop.
Yeah, no, I really think the last like true R&B album that I've probably heard, male wise, was Trey Songz's Back Home album, which was very heavily slept on. But it was but I think it was because it was an actual R&B album. And the radio don't play like.
No, they don't.
They don't play R&B like that. And I think that's the thing too, is like trying to get that radio appeal. I really think that's why Mario is not get slept on too.
It's coming back, baby.
It's coming back. It's slowly coming back.
It's coming back.
Because that Warm Embrace, I ain't gonna lie, so that's an R&B song.
Yeah.
In the video he just dropped for it, that's an R&B video. Like, I agree. That video very much gives me so anxious, meeting in my bedroom vibes.
I agree.
Shout out to Normani. She did her thing. Y'all are weird.
Fuck y'all haters out there.
Y'all are fucking weird when it comes to like the hate y'all give Normani. Cause she can't do no right in y'all eyes. Like, for real. Like,
look, they're just gonna always hate, but you know what? They
always hate her for no reason. But
that means she's doing her job.
She really did her thing. Like, she's originally from here. Like, she reps Houston because that's where she grew up most of her life. But she
from here?
She was born in New Orleans. Like, she was on Dance with the Stars. And she was saying how she was born in New Orleans, but when she was like 3-4 years old was when Katrina happened. And so
okay.
So she's spent most of her life in Houston.
Your birth certificate say New Orleans,
but her birth certificate says New Orleans.
Birth certificate say New Orleans, baby, from New Orleans.
So Normani does have New Orleans ties, in case y'all didn't know that. And they showed a picture of her in elementary school with a school uniform on. I'm pretty sure it was a Corpus Christi uniform, which is where I went to elementary school. Because I saw it and she's like, yeah, I was real young. And then Katrina we moved to Houston. Because I think she was born in 96. So maybe she was like a little older than like 4 or 5. Like 96 or 4 plus 5. So she was maybe like 9, 10. But she still spent most of her time in Houston. And yeah, she showed a young picture of her in like a school uniform. I was like, that's a Corpus Christi uniform. Let me find out she went to Corpus Christi.
Hey.
This is where me and Monique went to elementary school.
Yeah.
So, but she's an amazing dancer. She's a good singer. She's very much, you can see she's very much influenced by the Aaliyah era. You can see she's very much an Aaliyah, Ashanti, early Sierra era. Like that's her influence. Just by like how she dressed in her videos, because especially like Wild Style. Wild Style was her in like baggy pants and a bra top, which was very Aaliyah.
It was.
Which was very Aaliyah and early Sierra. So, and people like I really think people are sleeping on her because they want to hate her so bad. And a lot of white people don't want to give her shine because they want to give Camila Cabello all the shine. They don't want, it's almost like they don't want two people from Fifth Harmony to succeed. So they like only you only get one. So Camila Cabello is our person. Like I don't know what Normani's trying to do. But no,
like
Normani is like solid. Like Normani has a song with Sam fucking Smith. Like, come on now. And now she's in a video with Chris Brown, dancing with Chris Brown, keeping up with him. Pretty much she's doing what y'all swore to God Danny Lay did in the Easy video. Because everybody wanted Danny Lay to like be such a dancer in the video. And like she actually has nerve in the video to be like, I'm going to teach you how to dance. And it's like, you going to teach him how to dance?
Girl.
And all they do is this little stupid rock thing in the video. Let me think your time, take it easy. It's like, bro, that's what you gonna teach him? That little rock dance? Like,
It's a little two-step.
Normani was out here spinning, dancing. They swimming in the water together. Look, that was an R&B video. That was a true R&B video. And I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. Fuck what y'all say. Normani is dope.
Gang, gang.
Normani is fucking dope.
Gang, gang.
Because people like bashing her. Like, that's not as big of a flex as she think it. Like, they really started attacking her. Being in Chris Brown video ain't as big of a flex as she think it is. He just using her to pander to dark skinned girls. I'm like, bruh, let that girl have her accomplishment. Like, y'all are such crab in a bucket ass niggas for real. Like, y'all will find any reason to not have somebody accomplish anything. And then y'all turn around and be like, well, why
Uncle
we don't...
Ruckus asses.
But then they turn around in the next break and go, well, why we don't have mainstream success? Y'all don't support anybody. Y'all don't support anybody. Like, y'all very much have a crab in the bucket mentality. As soon as y'all see somebody rising, y'all find an issue with it. In this Gen Z generation, they're gonna be more miserable than millennials. At least we try to find like laughter and fun and stuff. They like anything that seems like it's too entertaining and too funny and too enjoyable. They're like, we got to find some issue with this.
Got to.
And
it's just never.
And it's like, just enjoy it. The world is going to shit. Find happiness, please.
Somewhere. Please, thank you.
Then they turn around like, I'm so depressed and all Gen Z is depressed because they don't find entertainment in anything. They got an issue with every lyric, every skin tone, every dance move, every tattoo, every whatever. Like, they got an issue with everything. Like, Lizzo had to change a lyric in her song because it was offensive to handicapped people in Europe. Because she said she was spazzing out in her song. Spaz does not mean, it means go crazy here. But apparently spaz is like a derogatory term for handicapped people in Europe. And it's like, so she had to change her lyrics just for the people in Europe.
How the fuck she supposed to know that?
Like, it's literally the equivalent if like Sam Smith, well, no, not Sam Smith because he's gay. But like if Ed Sheeran like was talking about lighting up a fag. And we go crazy, go, oh my God, fag is such a bad word here. And it's like,
for cigarettes over
and
there.
him is like, it means cigarette. I meant I was lighting a cigarette, but okay, I will change the lyric. You know, damn, like.
I know some fags that get lit now.
It's like, son, Like, y'all find any reason to be miserable these days. Like, find enjoyment in life. The world is going to shit. We gotta enjoy entertainment.
We do.
We can't dissect every little thing. Not everything is deep.
Oh, they tried to.
Take some stuff as on surface value.
Please.
Like, I work in a miserable business. Like, just I work in a very miserable, depressing business, and I literally go home and I watch Family Guy all night. I watch Family Guy, I watch Boondocks, I watch American Dad, I watch the dumbest stuff. Just the most mind-numbingly dumb stuff to escape life. And people like,
she does.
You watch that? You watch that? I'm like, do you know why I work? Like,
I gotta deal with that shit.
I see this all day. I need to get away.
Right.
You don't watch the news, bitch? I work in news. Like,
You alone.
I don't need to continue with this when I get home. I tell my dad that all the time. He turned on MSNBC. You saw this? I'm aware. Like,
I posted the fucking story. 412.
I'm aware. I'm aware of what's going on. I don't need to do any more of this right now. I'm going in my room. I'm going to listen to my music about whatever, whether it's Cardi B or Mulatto or Chris Brown or Trey Songz, or if I want to like vibe and pretend like I'm smoking right now with Janae Aiko. I need to escape, and y'all need to learn how to escape. Y'all need to learn the art of escapism. The world is too shitty right now for you to just 100% indulge in like news and stuff. Just find something to enjoy and just take it very on surface. Please.
And with that being said, we digress.
And I rant over and scene.
Well, guys and girls, I'd like to thank y'all once more for tuning in to another episode of All About Yeah.
This
We're
was
back
a
in the
fun
building.
one.
Yes, it was. We're back in the
I
building.
really felt this one.
We're back in here. I told y'all, we ain't playing. We're trying to get out there. You heard me? So I just want to say we thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Shout out to our informer, Uncle Mark. You heard me doing his thing. Shout out to all the listeners. BJ, Ori, Benta, Lex. Shit, there's everybody who's still listening with us, man. We thank y'all
Brooks
for
Trails,
support.
California.
Brooks Trails,
Ashburn, Virginia.
There you go.
We still don't know who you are. Hit us up on Instagram and let us know who you are. Like, I really want to find out who you guys are. Because y'all are really ride or die. And Minnesota, all of y'all who are not
follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on All But Yeah.
www.but.yeah. All But
Follow
Yeah.
us. Follow us. Let us know who you are. We want to find out. Because y'all are very loyal. No matter how low our numbers are or how high our numbers are, we see you. We see you because I stalk our information.
She does.
We see you. We see y'all all the time.
If there's something you want us to talk about,
know.
you want us something to review.
We want to meet. We want to find out who y'all are because y'all are loyal. Y'all are very loyal. And we
that's one thing
it.
about it. We open. I responds back. Creole responds back. Like,
because we keep trying to figure out who we know in Virginia and who we know in Memphis and who we know, and we don't. We haven't come up with anybody. Let us know who you are. We want to know.
us.
We want to know.
Shoot us a message.
Unless you like famous and you want us to know.
Fuck
Which
that.
I
If you're
still wanna
famous,
know.
exactly.
I
Fuck
still
that.
want to know.
Still hit us up.
I still want to know.
Hit us up. God damn it.
We do not bite. Hopefully these videos will show you we don't bite.
We don't. So y'all take care. Much love. We thank y'all for tuning in. Anything else you need to say, Creole?
No, I think we're good.
All right, we out this thing. Peace.
Oh yeah,
It's your girl Creole.
let's go.
It's your girl Creole.
It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. It's your boy. It's your boy Retro. Retro. It's your boy. Retro. Let's go.
It's Creole. It's Creole.
Let's go.
Your girl Creole.
Let's go.
Your girl Creole.
Oh yeah,
It's your girl Creole.
let's go.
It's your girl Creole.
It's your boy Retro. It's your boy Retro. But yeah.